being here. How are you guys? This is a mystery night dedicated tonight to a missing girl case that is older than 12 years, the Madeleine McCann, the British baby girl that was eventually born by my date. Taurus, beautiful Taurus girl with my eyes, exactly with two different eye pigments and beautiful super shiny spirit that disappeared in eventually in Portugal during the family holiday. So we're going to have a short intro about the family holiday McCann. Then we are going to try to pursue the spirit of this baby girl, if she's absent, if she's on the planet Earth, if she literally departed. That's what I feel as well. We are going to check up who are the suspected. I have already for you prearranged a short video, 60 seconds, so you may check up even the 60 seconds reading. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share with your community. 1 second. As well as you hear, I'm starting to lose the voice. Why I'm starting to lose the voice? That's not me. That's channeling. I do believe that definitely there are people who there is a person that knows something, and there are more than one person that they should talk, and somebody is afraid to talk and tell the truth. That's my first startup information for you guys from my experience when I'm channeling and talking with the people that are already absent or missing cases or mystery cases or conspiracy cases. Exactly. When I have a throat chakra, even talking about the daily news about zodiac signs is the same thing. So let me just hashtag ghost box as well. We are going to try as well with the ghost box. As well. Mother. Mother. As well, tarot. Here it is. So guys, we go back. Wow, sorry. Action, moving, and change. Check out. Just pop out one of my tarot decks. It's interesting. Do you see the message for you guys about McCann case? There will be a change. Do you see? Exactly. There will be a change coming. Interesting. Thank you, spirits. So let's go back to the history of this event. The last days of the baby girl Madeleine McCann that was born. Eventually, she's a Taurus, born almost my birthday, 12 May 2003. And she had a brilliant eyes that they were like with the different pigments, exactly like I do have. And as well, guys, I must say I'm becoming emotional because as well as a little girl, I was during the family holiday. I was lost, but shortly while my parents, definitely my parents are very responsible even now, and all my generation of even the grandchildren of them, and of course our generation, the second generation, we are all very super protective and everything about security. Like we were, I don't know, like we were free generation born in US, for example. And this I learned from my American friends that everything is about security checkup, although we don't like technology much, but everything is about checking up the security of the edges of the table. Let's say when you're dealing with the small children or with the pets, even everything has to be check up the kitchen edges as well, the furniture, everything is sharp, about the locking things and things like this. So I'm just going to tell you when I disappeared, what is another note. So we are born on the same day. There we are Taurus. We are having the same type of eyes, very brilliant, different pigment on the eyes. As well, you see she is a blondie, and I was the golden girl, and literally golden hair girl, pardon. That's make a difference as well. I was lost at exactly at her age. At her age, I was lost, but I was lost from my parents while they were packing on the beach. Definitely, they're my parents. They would never go away from children and leave plus the open. First of all, my parents were paying the babysitter if they had to be somewhere, and as well, they were always taking us out, even to the opera or concert. On holiday, you're always together with your children, whatever its age. As well, I was the one that I was the same, like again, five similar things that I share with the Madeleine McCann as well. I was the one. I do understand the Madeleine was one that was hyperactive, that was not sleeping well, that would cry for hours, that she would be hyperactive and wouldn't sleep a lot, like the rest of the children. As well, my father would take care of me, and my parents were never using any kind of drugs. I must say, my mother doesn't sleep all life. She was reading all night the books, and definitely she was told in the library some 10 years ago that she was the only that two times read all the books, two times in a row, all the library, all the city library she was reading, and that's the only time that happened there. And I want to say we are all against the medicine as well. There is a later on you will see why I'm talking about this, because this case, these were the two doctors' parents that they were involved into the giving the medicine and possibly overdosing the all the children to make them sleep while they would go far away, not across the street. They would go in another block far away, uh, not even looking facing that block of the building, right? To have their drinks and not just a short, quick um, bring back to have a drink and let's say bring back the food to a flat and stay with the children, and then there are two parents, then there were three four families what I understood, so they could switch off with they could have a like uh, one evening one parent of all these families they could take care, and the rest they could go out as well. This was the last evening when she disappeared, last evening of the holiday. And why didn't take the children last evening? And why they need to stay so late as well? Another thing, they didn't stay 1 hour dinner. They stayed there like they returned back, I think, after. Eventually, they didn't return after 3 hours and 30 minutes from when they entered the dinner place, Tapa bar. The mother returned and she reported the missing child. They were not ready even then to arrive back at home. So they were planning like to do this thing with leaving the open door in the house, and for a case the children could have a fire. Imagine that thing. Why would leave it? If you think of the fire on the holiday, why would leave your children at all at home? Like there's so many twisted things here in what these parents are trying to tell us about them being not responsible and not taking, avoiding to take the responsibility all the way. So here it is. Like I said, again, one of the many things, and just to connect to the story, when I was at the age of three, lost, I was just lost while my parents were packing on the beach for after sunset when you're ready to finish a day on the beach and you're packing to go for to have a shower before dinner. And definitely it was still a daylight. We were all together on the beach. That's the difference as well. I just ran away to the end of the bay, and that was my adventure spirit. That would be a future travel again. It's really turned to be like this. And then all the resort, because this is a small bay, all the resort, there were literally everybody, the security, the police local inside, the emergency doctors area, they were everywhere. They would check me. Of course, first they started from a restaurant next to the beach, and then to the reception, then to my hotel room. But I was baby 3 years old, and literally I was just fine. And my father remember because I was never sleeping. Eventually, I would just sleep few hours, and I would wake. My father would have to take me like early in the dawn, 3, 4 a.m. He would take me And what is the open? The only thing that would be open there 40 years ago, it was literally opening this little bell, just a fisherman bringing the fresh fish inside of this was not even the village, this was just a bay for that hotel. So literally the fishermen were arriving, that they would stay up in the hills in the villages as well. Maybe they would bring the fish for the, I'm guessing as well, for our restaurant of the hotel. So there was a little bay with the 3 4 boats from these fishermen that they live inland back from the resort. And literally there my father would always take me, that was the only amusement, and I would keep quiet because I was just watching like a movie what the fishermen are doing as well. I love the sea, and I still, my thing is, I get relaxed next to the water. You see, everything that I was doing is a little I'm still doing. And so they found me there. Imagine where they found me after checking all these points, and literally like I feel scared even today of just thinking being at my in my parents' shoes, because my parents are really really protective, even if we are not calling each other, let's say daily or something like that, but we are very very protective about these safety measures. And even for the pets, I'm serious. Last summer, our black cat that you saw on my albums, Widows, last summer, Negrita was lost for 2 days after sterilization surgery, and we were every day walking to find her, and she returned after 2 days. So these are the stories about me and my experience of being lost that I put up as well, Negrita. And back to my girl that was here, the girl team of tonight, that he was born the same day, having the same color of the hair, having the same eyes, pigment, different pigment of two beautiful eyes, super shiny spirit, charming little girl like me, now adult, right? As well, being lost there, or is it something different? That's what we are going to check. Hello. Hi, you're there. Thank you for being here. I'm still talking intro about the little girl. I'm comparing with me when I was lost at the age of 3, and she was born the same day. Yes, I hashtag the true crime. Thank you, Kylo. Yes, Kylo joined, guys. Kylo is here checking many times my ghost box and the conspiracy theory. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, New York. And I hope I'm hashtagging, but just I have to check up this VPN, the location. I'm working. I have to put VPN on computer. On the telephones, I started, but I have to do on my computer. I have to pay an extra something with the hard disk as well, and then to have a this speed SSP, SSD something. So I know. I hope this week will come. My IT guy. I have to invest into that thing on this fixed computer. No, that's why there are people not visiting here. No, really, it's like a lot of energy that I invest, but it's really really tiring. This sorry that because it's not my fault, guys. I really wish that it couldn't be the media blockage, but it is a media blockage. And it will be cute. So I just said 2 times. This little girl, she had a specific face. Kylo, you can Google. This little girl, she has literally a different eyes pigment, and I do have a different eyes pigment, guys. I have one on one grandmother, one on another grandmother, and she's a blondie, and she was the born the same date like me. She was super shiny person. That beautiful angel. And as well, guys, let's start the stories with you. I'm going to explain you later on. Okay, let's finish the intro. When we do the shuffle of the cards, we talk deeper. So she was born 12th May 2003. British child disappeared on the evening of 3rd May, almost at her fourth birthday. So was older than 3 years. Everybody say 3 years, almost 4 years, right? Uh, Evening of the May 3rd, 2007, from her bed, disappeared in a holiday apartment. Eventually, it's not a hotel, it's apartment that they would rent inside of this Portugal resort in Playa de Luz. And in Algarve region, Provincia de Algarve in Portugal. The Daily Telegraph described the disappearance as well, guys. I noticed that some of the medias, I was just trolling to have energy reading from her parents' photos. That's what I usually do. And I don't watch the news much. I just see the lately updates question connected to the Google, right, search, and I do Wikipedia for you search. So I do prefer to Google the photos to see energy or energy or from the photos to pick up the energy of the parents. And what was happening as well, some of the news were literally talking about that she disappeared in the UK from her home, British home. So there was nonsense story because there is the reports that this was happening in Portugal. Everybody knew. I remember this. I was at that period returning from Thailand. I was in Athens in Greece. Everybody knew. All the Europe was shocked with what was happening, and all the news were always starting with this couple every day. And we were just talking, these were the drunken British tourists. That's what the Greek would say. The drunken British tourists, they forgot the child. And eventually that is the point of the story here. So here it is. Yes, the child was hyperactive. There is idea that they were literally putting some kind of a med medicine, I do believe, something um, like children medicine for sleeping, calming the child, right? You have this even for the pets and for the babies during the flight usually. So they were doing this. They shouldn't do this, I'm guessing, when they are not flying, because again, it can be tricky. And as a doctor, they should know. This could be just for emergency situation, for the flights, let's say. As well, this area was having this small city hall that was everything about tourism, was having a free babysitting. And this was weird. Why they didn't use the free babysitting plus? These were the family, like 3 or 4 families of the with the small children the same age, and they could have switching of one of the parents staying and other going out for dinner. No, they would do this ritual. They would leave kids alone to sleep. They would give them this sleeping drug as well. That's what is the part of some suspected story, the end of the story. Some of the theories of the end of the life of the Madeleine is that she was overdosed from that medicine for sleeping, because the parents would go across the street to have a drink and long dinner, like they were singles, like they were the backpackers back in Ibiza in Spain, and they would just drink and stay so-called dinner time. After that, they would stay all night. So why I'm saying this, because when mother arrived, they left the house about 7:30, but when mother arrived, it was 11 or 11:30. So, and even without her husband, so they were planning to stay longer than midnight, because every 30 minutes one of the parents would go to check up the door of each apartment to see if they are still sleeping, not making noise, and eventually not even counting the children. That's what is happening, because when there was a shift of one guy who went instead of Jerry, the father, and mother, Kate, he just checked the door. He didn't check the faces of the children in the room. He just checked the door of their room when he entered the flat. And he stepped out just like he was observing if they're awake or not, do they make a noise. As well, there were complaints the day before or a few days before that one night, one of the later from police, when they investigate the neighbors, one of the neighbors said that the night before there was coming from their apartment, from McCann apartment, there are 3 children. 2 are twins that they are still with the family, and the Madeleine. So they had 3 children. So there was coming the noise of crying children for a long period, about 1 hour and a half. There was a crying baby's noise coming from a Meccan flat in the period when they were literally still across the street, not across the street, across the block, in the next block, after the pool, in the next block, and eventually even the apartment doesn't look this area. It's on opposite side from the back of the building. It's totally ridiculous. And as well, this apartment of them is downstairs and looking as well the street that is noisy. Many people are passing there. It's totally ridiculous. I think these people should be arrested in Portugal. They should have 2 trials, one in Portugal and one in UK, and have a double penalty to have I don't know how many years, 40 years in Portugal of sentence and 40 years in UK. I'm serious. I'm so pissed with these unresponsible parents. Yes, it's easy to make a sex and have a baby, but I get irritated with these people because you have a babies, but as well there's zero emotions. You can tell me that you're introvert, but not to have in any of the interviews. There was zero emotions. People they can be. They said that there was her husband. I mean Jerry, the father of Madeline, was a little bit like uncharming, but the lady was opposite. But there is zero emotion even in that lady that is playing like she's innocent and lost girl. And eventually, like I'm crying when I'm talking with you guys after 1 year of losing my Yoda Napoleon. I mean, I'm crying when I'm seeing the news on TV. Like, what the Fuck? Really. As well, guys, I'm just going to tell you a few things more that was showing as well, and we're going to check as well my things again and again. So here it is, once more thing. Let's return to the small details that some people they love to see the details. So here it is. We have that distance, right? Restaurant is so-called 55 meters from the pool. Then but the building is as you see on my cover the here is it the pool, right? The tapa bar is here, but behind the pool is that building, but the apartment is not here. Apartment is from the back of the building on the noisy street where passing the cars and where is a lot of people, right? The main street. As well as downstairs, why the parents they would take with the small children down room apartment, why they would take. I mean, I'm taking the room only if I'm single and I'm having a pain in my legs after the long flight. I'm taking the room downstairs. I would never take the room downstairs. I don't understand. What did they have on mind? Just to spread all the children for the Portugal? Like they're giving a give away free children. What was this invitation with the open door as well? It was really annoying. So anyway, and it's still annoying because they make a big charity from this, and they're literally, and they make a book with literally not accusing them, accusing the little girl that is possibly sexually abused, the nonsense stories, as well mentioning her genital organs in the book. It's totally, this family is totally twisted for me. So here it is, guys. I don't mind having erotical poetry, erotical books, but story about your possibly daughter that you will never see again, twisted with the sexual predator text. Like, what is this? Instead to appreciate and be respectable with your own personal missing child in your book. Why you would write the book? Why you would write the book? Just to have an extra cash? You were not enough having donations? They had 1,007,000 pounds as well. There is a list of the things that one American researcher took off as well. Now, one of the detectives that was involved in researching together with them, he's suing them as a fraud, literally. One of the detectives that started to work with them, then he stopped working with them. Uh, he literally is suing them. That is the moment when there will be charged. They are literally having a court case with one of the detectives. You can check up his profile. I think he's Bogart, James Bogart, because I just started to do this afternoon Google. I didn't see the text, but I saw suddenly on YouTube James Bogart. It's having only 5 videos, some news, very nice stories, small details, 10 minutes each, so you can check that as well later on, Kylo. But they never changed. They never changed. Listen, they never went out. It started the research. Let's say, Kylo, you're telling me you don't think they're their parents still. I'm just going to tell you they didn't go even to search the girl. You're not going to search if you know where is your child, right? If you're playing the game, if you really doesn't know, and you want to see your kid back, you know that your kid is alive, or you hope your kid is alive, you would join the police when they started the search. All the community start to search this child the same night, and they were staying at home, and eventually they never joined the search as well. They would do the jogging. Sorry, empathic, zero empathic idiots. Yes, they were jogging but they were lazy and tired to go to the search baby. Why they would search? Because they know what they were doing. There is nothing to search. So that's another red flag from my side. Sorry, guys, I get very passionate about this case because this girl, like, they lost me. Like, these are I having literally a trip. Like, this is me in her body. That I'm getting so excited, and probably this is a Madeline spirit talking for me. I never got so excited before. And again, I'm having like obstacle as well, because somebody, there is more than one person that they can tell the truth, and they're not telling the truth. There is more than one witness. First of all, one of the ladies that was involved in this case, in this holiday, pardon, the lady that was one of these families member, lady that was, there were few families there. They were together, the British family together with the small children. And one of the ladies that said eventually that, well, that there were the baby crying the night before. Remember? I do believe this woman is called Jane. After 7 years, she was so scared from these parents. Definitely, she was in shock, believing eventually, but not telling that these are the killers. And I do believe that this lady that hurt the baby the night before, 1 hour and a half screaming, crying, but nobody was there as well. She was the last night there on the street, seeing somebody else taking somebody else's baby. There were, after 7 years, she admitted that. Imagine how the people are scared when you know the people. These are the personal friends, possibly even the colleagues. When they go back to UK, they are the colleagues. They maybe live in the same city. Maybe they work in the same hospital. Let's say if there are some of them, all the doctors, maybe not, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Definitely these are the people who were holidaying together for their children, and they have these play dates with the children same age. By the way, children, they were seeing each other even after in UK, right? And what I want to say, how scared was this Miss Jane, that she, after 7 years, she admitted that, literally, what was, I think they have a clue after 7 years. Somebody said, again, this James Boger said, one of the true crimes researchers said, after 7 years, they researched who was the person who was carrying one baby that was about similar age of her, white baby, assumed, like, they didn't check well, but assume maybe her with similar color pajama, like pinky pajamas, and similar age, because people were not, they were there on a holiday, they didn't notice the detail, they just saw somebody passing. And at about the time of the dinner as well, after 7 years, it showed up that this was not somebody who kidnapped anybody's child or Madeline. That was eventually show up the parents that they have three children, and they were as well from UK. And after 7 years as well, they decided to talk. And as well, they said that they were not aware of this resemblance with their kid, and they were having the same baby pink pajama. When the father was returning about 9:30 during the dinner of this McCann family across in the restaurant, he was on the street taking out the baby, and eventually there was plus two kids going out of the car, whatever, and the mother, like, there were the whole family there together. And that's what the normal people, they do, they stay together or they pay as well. These were the people who were not a poor family, not like people who would have to save the money for the babysitter. Let's say they were single mothers. The single mothers, they will for sure organize one babysitter, or they will switch each other. If there are four single mothers, they will switch. One would stay and three would go. Or they would pay. If they want one night to spend all four of them together, they would pay for babysitter. But there is a third solution as well. These were the richy doctors. They could have the private nanny traveling all the way with them, all the way from UK to Portugal. Another thing, there was a free, in this city hall, there was a free baby care. It was just on the next corner. The baby care for tourists, that they literally use this service, the tourists, the drunken tourists, they have their own time. The parents that literally they could stay there. Eventually, this guy who was after 7 years on the photo seen with his baby in pajama, he was the father who was using that baby service, and he returned taking his baby in the hands, taking the baby from the baby care, and he returned 9:30. He finished the dinner like from a sunset, I'm guessing from 7:30 till or 8 to 9:30. He returned. That's what it is. You need 2 hours or 1 hour and a half to have your free time, and you return back to your children. And these people, do you imagine, they left alone children, and then at 11 or 11:30, this lady, the mother, start to scream, "Where is my baby?" She arrived there to check. Nonsense, nonsense. Yes, I mean they should be literally having a penalty, like why they're dealing in, for example, in US they're dealing with Britney Spears, but I mean UK they should forbidden them to be in charge of these two kids that they're alive in their hands still, and as well they should be forbidden to have a new children as well. I don't know, do they have a new children? See you, Kyla. See you, sweet. And so we go again, guys, in a small details. Sorry that I'm putting a lot of things because I'm really, really upset with this case. So here it is. So Kate and Gary McCann, they were having 2-year-old twins, and there was this girl that was almost to enter the 4 years, like 3-year-old Madeline. And there was a group of family friends and their children. So Madeline and the twins had been left asleep at 8:30 in the ground floor apartment in the resort, while the McCann, they said these were the renting. It's not like a hotel. It was like a renting flat inside of this building with a pool. It's apartment renting. While the McCann and friends dined in a restaurant 55 meters away. That is not true, by the way. 55 meters is just the corridor inside from one to another apartment. That's what it is, 55 meters. Definitely is door to a next apartment. 55 meters is not possible to be 55 meters because it was the building, that there were on the other side of the building, then there was a pool, then there was a tapa bar across. So sorry. It was the same American investigator said it's needed 7 minutes to arrive to this flat. And the flat was as well not facing the restaurant. It was on the back. So the parents checked on the children throughout the evening until Kate discovered Madeline was missing at 10. Again, I heard 23. Here is 22. In Wikipedia, it said it's 10 p.m. I heard it's 23. And that was the comment as well of the true crime investigator. Like, oh my God, I hope the dinner should be 1 hour or 2 hours, but they were really preparing to stay till the midnight or whatever. They were really loose. Over the following weeks, particularly after misinterpreting, right, the British DNA analyst, the Portuguese police came to believe that Madeline had died in an accident in the apartment and that her parents had covered it up. So here it is, first suspected story. So now we are going to research this, guys. So suspected 34. What happened? So I'm having here the first tarot. I'm going to use two more tarots, how we're working tonight. Two more amazing tarots as well. I used one to confirm the ideas of the first one. So let's see. Is it true that the parents were involved in an accident that happened to Madeleine before the dinner? Wow, they didn't want to have obligation. As you see, yes, seven of wands here, like I'm immature, I don't have obligation, I don't want to deal. Wow, and I want to walk away as free as well. It's confirming two times with two different decks. I want to choose my freedom, but I was unserious. And here, seven of wands explaining, I feel sorry, page of cup, but don't believe me because it's a fishy apology. It's not a real honest apology. As well, I done this before, guys, with the four of pentacle and six of pentacle as well. Maybe I feel sorry, page of cup, that I didn't pay, that I was stingy, four of pentacle, and I didn't choose to take care good of my children. I was neglecting them. I was being stingy as well, not paying the private babysitter, for example. Uh, as well, do you see this? There is on the deep explanation, could be a family involved. For me, it's showing up the family, both of them, and father and the mother, that they were doing something to quiet their children. They would put some kind of thing in the drink, that is a medicine for children, tranquilizer to fall asleep. And here it is, guys. Like I said, uh, they were overtired if the children were wakened in the night. Overtired to what? Because the children were in the babysitting care during the daytime till 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. They would have afternoon with the with the parents by the pool, I'm guessing. And then, as well, they were nervous and tired showing up here. And as well, because of them being so hyperactive, children and parents wanted to get rid of them with the nine of wands. I'm tired of them. I don't know what to be tired, because you see your children on the afternoon as well. Here it is, mother made something. Mother make mistake with these drinks. How do we see here? Okay, guys, once more, where is this card? One second, where is it? They lost it. It's here. Okay. Mother had put something in the drink. Do you see, guys? So here it is. Queen of Swords. That's her mistake. As well, she approached children with some kind of a drink. And wow, and this is not just the first time. So this is not just the first time as well. This worked out for the first two kids, the little one, the twins. It was working. They were quiet, they would sleep, and as well, it was weird that even everybody could notice, the people around and police, that these children, and even people went now to investigate, like we do, these people who are investigating the cold cases still. Literally, we are wondering how these children were all the night when the police was entering, when the mother make a panic, screaming, when the she called out everybody, all the friends they came, and the father, her husband Gary, and Kate was there, and all this bunch of people, and the police, and they were entering, going out, checking the door. There was like open the window of that room, so called, but they found just her, for traces of her hands, right? There were no somebody's else, by the way. So that was another lie, right? For another red flag here. And guys, how these children, twins, that they were still in the room, in apartment, and these people passing, checking the doors, they never wake up. They were drugged. They were seduced with that same thing for the sleeping. So here it is. That's what we see here. As you see, two of them, they're quiet. They're just fine. Here it is. But as well, as you see, the drink offer for children card. Here it is. Just that they could be a free and do their own thing. But there is something under the story. What was happening under that? Because do you see that this turned into a business? It turned into a business. Can you explain me why there is Eight of Pentacle and Nine of Pentacle card? Wow. Hmm. Explain me. Seven of Wands. Explain with the Seven of Swords. Explain me more. While there is why there is a pentacle cards explaining what was happening. What was the reason what happened at the night, that accident? Because it was not just a freedom, we are going to be free. There was as well, guys, something that from the past time was offered to them. Remember, there was the Eight of Pentacle, something connected to work and money as well. So the gate was open. Here it is, Ace of Pentacle, somebody who was offering them in the past time. This has an offer, literally, and they choose to grab that offer. It was a financial offer, I do believe, with all these pentacles here. And explaining more. Wow. Guys, here it is as well. There is neglecting thing with the Nine of Cups. Explain the Nine of Pentacle. Do you see, guys? I want to be free and I want to drink my things. So yes, why nobody charged them in Portugal and UK for being a drunken parent and letting the children disappear, eventually being a killer because you're in that state? Yes. And as well, this was their family thing. As you see, this was their ritual. This is not the first time. Page of Wands, it's as well here explained that this was happening before their immaturity. This was their marriage was totally immature. Under these drinks or whatever they were using. Definitely, this is a drink thing here for sure. And with this idea, I want to have my free time. I'm going to drink. Ha ha ha. Ho, ho, ho. I'm going to check the children every 30 minutes. One of these friends and me as a Gary or me as a Kate. I will go. We will going to switch each other. And every 30 minutes, somebody's going to check the door if the children are okay. And here it is. There was a mistake of the Queen of Swords as well. I do believe, guys, even if it's a postponed justice, as you see, the justice is here. The secret will be revealed. It will be revealed because there is somebody who wants to talk. Overthinking, should I tell or not, like I said on the start. And as well, do you see it's so clear? Somebody saw that this woman is not a Queen of Wands, that is a mother figure here, that um, was irresponsible. I do believe that as well. There will be news about this, like I said. Whatever was not clear here, there will be. This is my proof. There is a clarity. This is a total proof that there somebody is going to literally show up, and then they are going literally to pursue the court case. As you see, there is a clarity. This is a proof, and as well, somebody was undecisive before to talk to a pentacle, but somebody is going to talk now when they want to close the trial. That's investigation. It's a judgment call, as you see. So definitely, I do believe that that woman that was a part of the story that she was checking, that heard the that she saw, she was checking but not telling the rest of the family. She went upstairs to check her children, and she was one of the mother of this family friends. They were in Tapa bar together. She never told because scared of the police. She never told that as well. She was there passing by and checking as well these children because that is the secret here. There is secret to be revealed as well what this woman didn't tell. As you see, this woman called a big information, and as well, is it a play that they will be charged for this fraud over the media? I do believe this is a person, somebody who was manipulator. Queen of Wands, definitely this is a mother, Kate. And with publishing all this thing for the media fraud, and that foundation fraud, charity fundraising, whatever, however you call it, she will be here on the there will be talk about this trial because of that. I do believe they will try to put them down, the parents, through the story of the fraud through the media, information fake information with the justice, with the police, right, with the as well in front of media. So on the bottom is a mother figure. Again, we go back to the mother. So there is a secret of the mother. So I do believe, like I said on start, Queen of Swords, she overrated, over, she put overdose, she put too much, she put like she overdosed Madeline with her medicine for sleeping, and as well, this was possibly happening. This was happening inside of a flat. Whatever they done, this was happening before they left for dinner. So the thing over the dinner, I'm going to put more cards with another tarot deck again, guys. Okay, let's go back. So here it is. Dream drugs. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Whose idea? Can we open once this father side? I have here father side. Okay, guys, I'm going to put for you cards. You're going to see it. I'm going to make few more videos, short 60 seconds, so you can see from the top. Don't worry. But do check up the short videos as well in the playlist. Justice will be served. So let's see. Was it the father idea to keep quiet about this? Yes, here it is. He is holding, the father is holding as well the truth. Because the last card was here, secret, and here it is, he's holding. His idea was to hold the truth. Wow, sorry. Again, I'm cutting here of young and foolish. Why? Because here I have a page of wands and here behaving young and foolish. In fact, irresponsible because they were not young parents, but they're irresponsible. I do believe they're my age. I was a young parent. I have a very big daughter. So here it is, guys. Let's see. Sorry for my parallel. Let's see more. Suspecting number 2, we have a father. Like we said, we already got the energy that the mother was responsible, but did father move the body? Yes, he was pulling the strength, being courageous, pulling the strength to move the body. So here it is. So body was packed, as you see. He's pulling the strength to do it 2 times. Hank, as you see, put literally in some. Body was trapped. Is it because of medicine or is it because of packed in something, in some kind of a package for transport out of the apartment, right? Secretly, there was a strategy here, 2 of Wands, and what to go out from the house, but was postponed with the chariot as well. Remember, there was dogs who show up coming. I think they were pre-ordered, trained. Is it in America? But coming from a British investigation that eventually I do believe British Premier sent the whole team to give them the help for first time, but later they quit from supporting them and they continue paying their own research. So here it is, guys. What was happening? There were literally people who were coming, right? As well, there were people under the contract, as you see, under the contract. Who is under the contract with the devil here? Hiding the truth. I do have contract with the devil, and that's why I'm going to literally hide this death. The devil is going to support me to hide this truth, and I'm manifesting by lying as well. I'm going to put this away with the car on 2 places, on 2 different places. I'm going to put away the corpse of the child. That's what I heard. Guys, everything happened here inside of the house. As well, as you see, family, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the family strategy, 2 of Wands. Yes, they exactly know what they're doing now. As well, they waited a little bit, and after a while they put it, as you see, with the car as well. It's like, I want to fix this, but as well, I'm going in a panic to lie in front of authorities, lie lies devilish energy in front of the public. This is a public city hall, right? As well, all the all the medias, and I'm going to lie about the death. So yes, they were pretending with the devil energy magician. They were like all the medias were on, everybody were on spell of this of strategy of this family. Um, as well, unfortunately, the body I do believe I asked is on two different places moved with this car. And that's why these two dogs that they say they're so over this baby, these dogs that they were from the baby phase, from the puppy phase, they were trained from early uh, age of their life to live literally in the conditions to recognize the death or literally the criminal cases of death or murder. They can make the difference in between the they literally have the instructions when they recognize where was inside of the flat in this rented car the the dogs that they came from UK, I believe, but they were trained in US with this training program for missing people. They say that these dogs they live all life. They're rescue dogs and they can literally recognize even after 2 months, even if the things are washed out, even if it's changed, like let's say winter condition to a summer, let's say you're in Alaska, um, they can smell out the corpse, the death, literally, I must say. So pardon me, pardon my language. And here it is. Did this authority recognize the death through the car? Yes. That was the gate when it was opened, the information. But somehow, with this being like a magician, with the devilish energy like magician, like under the spell, like at that moment, the gate was open with this info with the dog, but they didn't use it. Not the Portugal nor the British um, investigation service that they brought these dogs. What I understood. So once more, the last question, I'm not going even, but let's say, let's check up the last one. There was a story about the German rapist that is caught, that is now serving for raping some old lady. At that point, he was living there. He was a thief as well. He was famous as a rapist. He was a trouble a few times before as well, charged and before, not just the first time, for some sexual assaults, as well possible pedophile. That's what I understood. And this is finally the news that show up October 2021, that in the area that he was literally then just few blocks away, living, staying in this Portugal little village where all the story with Madeleine is happening. But when I'm opening the cards for this guy, Christian Bruckner, literally I see him responsible only for the death of that old lady that is already proved, and that's why he's now charged and back in the prison. So he literally raped some old lady while he was entering some house, trying to steal some things from some house, and they caught him the last time. That was the reason why he's now in the prison. So I didn't see any signs of the children cards, specifically because I asked about, is Christian Bruckner the one responsible for disappearance of Madeleine? No, it was just answered that he has put in this rape condition just that this old lady. So the answer for Christian Bruckner is no. So definitely there is no more stories. And yes, here it is the end of this story. So why I have a world card? Because there is a theory, if the body was on two places far away from this location, explain you why the theory of the world card. Wow, it's a missed opportunity. So everybody doesn't want anymore to invest the case, invest the money. The British British community doesn't want anymore to invest the money, and they are going to close this case. That's what is a final. It's a really true. It's over. It's over 10 rounds. Like there is no more resources. As well, I do believe they are now investing into the global war, right? That I'm guessing, like what they're doing. And guys, so again, my dear, the Kate and Gary, the mother and the father, Kate and Gary McCann, they are both physicians and practicing Roman Catholic. Why is this important? It said they were drunk and they're in the top of bar. That's my comment. Sorry guys, I'm trying to be super funny but as well serious. This is called like being ironic, I'm guessing. Um, so literally, so they have degree in medicine, right? And they're both working as a doctors, right? And I really don't understand. Imagine if this lady has done all these things responsible for death of her child, she's still giving their prescription to some to everybody, right? Exactly, because she is in general practice. This is so getting twisted. So don't forget, guys, they still have these twins that they were born 2 years after the Madeleine, the twins, boy and girl, 2005 they were born, and my sweet Madeleine, she was born 2003. And again, guys, uh, again that remember that there was a long investigation. Who is the person that passed through the street about that same evening while they were on a dinner in Tapas bar? Who is the person that about 9 p.m. arrived, uh, gentleman passing the corridor literally of this little street in front eventually of the apartment of that they were renting McCann's? Who is that person? So there is illustration when you Google it, guys, on Wikipedia. You will see even on Wikipedia illustration. There is a photo of Madeline, then there is illustration. There is literally, they put this literally by description of Jane Tanner, one of the friends that was eventually there at the moment on the street at 9 p.m. and she saw somebody passing with a small kid, but she never remembered. She didn't have a clue at that moment this is a child of my neighbors, right? Uh, Later on, when there was a fuss in that night, there was disappearance. She didn't inform as well. She needed the time to say this. After a while, she was feeling. I guess she was feeling ashamed that she didn't stop that man because she thinks she at that point she was feeling that this is a kidnapper and uh, it's so complicated. So there is more twist in this case. So there is that person illustrated by the description of Jane Tanner at 9 p.m. passing with this baby, and eventually after 7 years, it show up that this person is eventually another British guy, another holiday maker with the three children, and he was taking back his baby daughter in pink pajama. Yes, again, it was a girl, white girl, British girl in pink pajama, like Madeleine, coming from that night babysitter care, right? And the girl was asleep, so he was carrying her like this. Again, some of the detective they say what was funny, why this guy was carrying like this baby. Is that the right description? Because this baby would be heavy. You should carry it like this. For me specifically, I don't find it wrong. I do trust this Jane Tanner description. Anyway, this guy is not involved in our case. He's not suspected because he turned to a police after 7 years, telling the story that this was me and my child. They even recorded the pajama. They have it still, the PJs from that child after all these years. And uh, that was that was really investigated, so it is a truth. So this is not a suspected person, but everybody still leaning on this story. No, 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 this is not that guy. This is our guy. This is our kidnapper of my Madeleine McCann. And yes, me, the parents, I was not drinking. I didn't put the drugs. I didn't overdose my child what to have a drink there across the street. And as well, I was enough stupid and reckless not to leave the children in the baby care as well. I wanted to be stingy. Better I spend money for a cocktails than or a beer than to pay the private baby baby. I will say nanny, babysitter nanny to stay in my apartment. So yes, can somebody admit that there is a reckless person here? Or two of them, both parents, because they are holding hands there and they really look like, I'm just going to tell you as a professor, as working with the orphans and with the adult students as well. They look like two kids that they are caught. They didn't finish the homework and they're literally preparing to lie, but you understand that they're lying. They're holding every performance always the same. They're holding each other on the hand, like let's lie together. Why they have still this urge to have that like tension, like in panic, because they're lying. Yes. So again, guys, the comments of some of you let me the comments. Now you let me a comments on Instagram about this photo. Yes, that was I was talking as well. So the comments about the photo of that illustration, possible kidnapper. First of all, that person was voluntarily reported to a police. That was his child, right? And it was a baby girl and had that pajama, and they literally recorded that as well. As well, the police confirmed uh, this person validity of the story as well. Um the illustration was not at all weird because I'm just going to tell as a parent, like it depending from a person when you're carrying a baby, and the same even if you're carrying the big bag with the, let's say, with a bunch of books. Usually my problem are books, the heavy books, or whatever, you have a big sack of something, whatever, groceries. I'm just going to tell whoever have a strong hands, he preferred to take the baby like this. That was what was doing literally my departed husband. So he would take the baby like this. I would prefer to have it in my kangaroo because at that period I had a strong spine. So let's say my husband was annoyed with the kangaroo, didn't want to have a pressure on the spine. He preferred to use the hands. How long it is, it's not important. Just he preferred to have it in the hands. I prefer to have it here or to have it in a kangaroo. So it means my spine muscles were at that period stronger, and for his body is his biceps, triceps, right? The hands, arms are were stronger. So it's really personal. So that comment is, I mean, it's nonsense. Just I'm telling you because we were analyzing this. I mean, not for the true crime. We were analyzing this just how we have a different body reaction, how long we can take care of holding our daughter while she's crying or not sleeping. That was a period of her being baby till the age of 3. So that's it, guys. What else? Again, guys, I'm going to record for you this on the top to see the last. What is it? Your last question was, will this family, will there be justice? I can pull up even the, one sec. So it's over. The police won't take care of this. Okay, I'm going to put it here because there is not any more money. the police will close the case. But let's see, will there be justice? Will there be, because we have a justice card here, will there be justice revealed about responsibility of the parents? Again, guys, it was like a missed opportunity. Everybody doesn't have uh, enough proof. That's what it is, opinion. Uh, as well, whoever had information, this Knight of Pentacles, the third party, somebody has the information, has to release the truth. That person already walked away. Wow. Guys, can you repeat once more? Dear spirits, will there be the justice served? No, it's only the traitors here. Nobody doesn't want to talk. People who can be bringing the proof, the Knight of Pentacles, they are not talking. Still a traitor, they are not ready to talk. Somebody is not courageous, afraid to talk. Yes, but on the bottom I have a tower, the last card. Suddenly somebody is going to break and start talking. Is this, is, will start to talk the one of the parents? Because why it would be a traitor? Wow. Somebody is going to talk, guys. Here it is. Somebody who was at that period immature, irresponsible, or going to talk about being irresponsible, the mother figure. Is it the father? Will the father talk? Wow, yes, about the mother. Irresponsible. Seven of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Will mother be in the prison? Explain me. Will mother be in a prison finally? Will we see this? Ace of Wands. It will be a little tower moment when there will be again like refreshing this case. It's interesting. Tell me more. Wow, Santa Muerte. Yes. Literally, guys, refreshing, rejuvenating the case again. Ace of Wands described with the Santa Muerte card. So let's be, because somebody needs to be a brave, full card. Somebody needs to be a brave to talk. And then it's coming the blessing, the informs, the full informs about this mother. Right. The secret of the mother. Wow. All the cards are repeating. We have a secret here. Do you see repeating how the cards is good? Same cards. Queen of Cup, Queen of Cup. Secret, secret. And holding this information, it will be a judgment call to have this tower moment to tell the truth. I literally heard like I think the spirit of the Madeleine is going to push her to have that moment of catharsis to find her own peace. That's what I think it is. As well, guys, let's have a little prayer. Let's this Madeleine, beautiful angel Madeleine McCann find the peace and have a closure, and let the justice will be served. Once more, guys, I'm going to keep it here. 1 second. Let me try to open for you the last thing. Let's see if we can connect to the energy of the 1 second ghost box. Let me see, just to delete the vocabulary from the old session. So here it is. Dear spirits, we are trying to connect to a spirit of Madeleine McCann that disappeared, the girl that was born 2003, 12 of May, and that disappeared 3rd May 2007. Dear spirits, we are trying to connect to Madeleine McCann. Let me, guys, just to open one. Sandalwood as well. Together with this. Who is running? You scared me. Tell me, who was running? Are you?
Purgatory.
She's in the purgatory. It's a long period. I do believe that her parents, they're running away, right? Are their parents guilty? Are the parents guilty, my dear spirits? Sorry, guys. We had the candle burning. Are the parents on a runaway? Is it the mother guilty? Dear spirits, can we connect? Can we talk with the Madeleine? Madeleine, do you know my name, Madeleine? Sorry, guys, I'm playing here with the candle. Yes, better to put it away. So we just have now the princess Madeleine McCann that disappeared May 3rd, 2007. The little girl in Portugal City disappeared. The British girl Madeleine McCann. Are her parents the guilty one? Did they hide her body?
Wayne.
Wayne.
Don't leave.
Your name is Wayne. Thank you for being here. I'm not going to leave. Wayne, can you tell me the truth? Can you help me out? Wayne, we need your help. Uh, we need the truth about little girl Madeleine McCann. Who is the guilty? Is she dead? First of all, is she dead? Is it Madeleine McCann with you? Is it Madeleine McCann with you? Your spirits? Is it Kate? Run. Again, run, guys. Is it Kate McCann guilty? Is it the mother of Madeleine Kate guilty? Is it Kate McCann guilty? Did she overdose her Madeleine with the drugs for sleeping? Or did the parents uh, sold out the daughter? That's another possibility because, guys, as well, I see this pentacle card. I see it's as well work. It's about the business. Eight of Pentacles turns to a Knight of Pentacles to a Ten of Pentacles. They wanted to reach out some success as well to escape, to be free, but they wanted to reach some success. Finally, it's a Ten of Pentacles turn by signing the contract with the devil.
Sean.
Sean? Is it Sean involved? Was it American who was signing the contract? Somebody was manifesting this, trying to be successful with the Ten of Pentacles, signing the contract with the devil. Was it the Sean from America, the pedophile chain involved? Did they literally sold out her daughter? Did they sold out Gary and Katie Madeleine? Advertise. We need the clarity for Madeleine McCann. As well, guys, I'm going to pull out for you the messages of little Madeleine. It's a total silence, guys. Even the spirits, they don't talk. They didn't say yes or no. They say on the run. So I do believe there is a free the murder. Like I said here, freedom, freedom card, and they're hiding the truth. The secret is literally not revealed because the parents are hiding the truth. The message from Madeleine McCann, she always give a goodnight kiss to her twins siblings. And the message from Madeleine McCann to her mother. Ooh, I'm standing right next to you guys. This is like your responsible one. Wow. Did we say the mother is responsible? Wow. And the message to her father, Gary. Message to her father, Gary, from Madeline.
Bless.
Who is blessed? I do believe that Madeline McCann is blessed being far away from these parents, right? She's saved. As well, she is one of the guides to her family. Wow, what a reading. Like she's more serious than her parents. That's what I have to say. I have become one of your guides. I'm always give you a good night kiss. That's the message to her family as well. She's standing next to a mother, like little requesting, I'm right next to you. I expect you to have that judgment call, to tell the truth and stop laying, stop lying. As well, she's haunting the mother. Like I said, guys, she's for sure haunting the mother, and the mother will have literally coming to dreams. She will have the judgment call. She'll be brave enough to tell the truth at one moment. Like she doesn't give her rest, doesn't give her peace. Yes, definitely. For the dream connected with the mother. I'm going to check out what is the karmic pyramid with these stupid parents. Sorry guys for the vocabulary. What is the karmic pyramid of Madeline with her parents? What is the karmic pyramid of Madeline with her
New.
parents? Wow. It was doomed. Yes, it was doomed relationship. Here it is. Eventually, she was the mother to them in previous life. Wow, it's interesting. It was reversed. Like I said, I feel that she's more mature than. And give me more. She was a mother to her mother. Give me more. Wow. I press. Sorry, spirits. As well, there is literally as a mother, she need to spiritually awaken her mother now. She's revisiting her for that purpose. Interesting. And let me see what is the message for this life. One sec. Moving to out. What is the message that her mother will have with the Madeline in this life? Hmm. That checkup, guys. Wow, the mother is having from a Madeline only the cash. And definitely, I do believe that Madeline is teaching her that she needs to wake up, that the finance is not important. The mother is the greedy one. Did she sold out her daughter? Yes, guys. Wow, there is forgiveness as well. And guys, remember that there is two times the cards. Mother is unconditional love and forgiving. Two times unconditional card from Madeline towards her mother. But as well, she's pushing her to be awakened, to get maturity, that material things are not important. That even if she sold out, that she sold out her daughter. She need awakening. Like she's forgiving to her mother what she done to her, but as well, she still insists. She's next to her, insisting that she need to awaken because she was her mother in previous life. She's more serious than her. Interesting. It's reverse situation. And yes, guys, so many times there is a gate open. Here I have Ace of Pentacle. I have in three decks Ace of Pentacle. Same card, by the way. The gate is open.
Do not.
Tell me about what? Tell me to stop doing this. Tell me. And I think that they have to stop using the financial resource from this foundation. So, guys, I'm going to stop. Dear spirits, I'm going to stop. Thank you, dear spirits. Thank you for supporting us tonight. Rest in peace. So, guys, let's for the end. Don't forget to pray, guys, for this little soul Madeleine can have a closure and justice to be served. I'm going to make one more short video. You have already in a uh, in a meditation before the live stream. I have a first 60 seconds for you. My first short energy reading of this case, first impression, and now it's confirming the same message. I'm going to record in once more 60 seconds as well so you can see the two videos of the short version news. 1 second. Here it is, guys, 60 seconds and 3 days break. So here it is, guys. McCann family from UK that they lost a child in Portugal, little Madeleine, 2007. They were immature. The mother is responsible. She was giving a drink to her children. She is responsible, Queen of Swords. And as well, eventually, they were hiding the truth. They wanted literally to be free for their drinks. There is a drink addiction here involved. Now, as you see, addiction here, having a free time, celebrating as well. The father organized after a few days for the vehicle, finding that renting car to move her body. I think the baby was overdosed from that the drug sedative for the they could have being out while the children are sleeping. And yes, literally, as you see, he is aware, he knows the truth, everybody's keeping quiet. The secret will be revealed about the mother in future, that she was faking the media, she needs to grow up and have a lesson of her life. Family from UK that they lost a child in Portugal. I will continue one more. Madeleine, 2007. They were immature, the mother is responsible, she was giving a drink to her children, she is responsible for Queen of Swords. And as well, eventually they were hiding the truth. They wanted literally to be free for their drinks. There is a drink addiction here involved. And as you see, addiction here, having a free time, celebrating as well. The father organized after a few days for the vehicle, finding that renting car to move her body. I think the baby was overdosed from that the drug sedative for the they could have being out while the children are sleeping. And yes, literally, as you see, he is aware, he knows the truth, everybody's keeping quiet. The secret will be revealed about the mother in future, that she was faking the media, she needs to grow up. McCann family from UK that they lost a child in Portugal, little Madeleine, 2007. They were immature, the mother is responsible, she was giving a drink to her children, she is responsible. Kate and Gary, sorry guys, I'm just hashing, hashtagging. Okay, here it is, guys. I'm going to copy this.
Why would people want kids if you can have kids?
Okay, guys, we're going to hear one more video. This needs to be transferred to Instagram as well. Yes. So we have a second part. What is the healing and judgment final for the mother? Message from Madeleine McCann, Spirit to her parents. Here it is. First of all, she was a mother to her mother in previous life, as well. She's forgiving in this life as well. Um, she's always next to her family, literally guiding them to tell the truth, reveal the truth as well, to awaken, be not anymore immature, right, like before, over drinking as well, not to think over the finances. Her mother is over material, so her mother has literally stopped playing and overthinking always of finance and media, flirting, asking the cash, and she needs a spiritual awakening as well. She's haunting her mother. I'm standing right next to you. I expect you to tell the truth, to get serious, to be spiritually awakened. We're together in a dream, and you have a judgment call to report yourself.
And spirit to her parents. Here it is. First of all, she was a mother to her mother in previous life, as well she's forgiving in this life as well. Um, she's always next to her family, literally guiding them to tell the truth, reveal the truth as well, to make them be not anymore immature wives like before, or drinking as well, not to think over the finances. Her mother is over material, so her mother has literally stopped playing and not thinking always of finance and media, flirting, asking the cash, and she needs a spiritual awakening. Well, she's haunting her mother. I'm standing right next to you. I expect you to tell the truth, to get serious with spiritual awakening. You're together in a dream, and you have a judgment call to report yourself. Message from Madeleine McCann.
That's it, guys. So many cards. Let's download this one.
Message from Madeleine McCann. Spirit to her parents. Here it is. First of all, she was a mother to her mother in previous life, as well she's forgiving in this life as well. Um, she's always next to her family, literally
The last one, guys. So many tarot decks. We use 7 tarot decks here. Guys, I hope you will like it. Do check on all applications, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the short version here as well. I'm going to download for you as well the short version of Last Two Widows as well. You have a free short version of McCann case as well. You have this whole live stream. I hope it will contribute somehow to a closure of the mystery. Any of the widow guys, any of the volunteer worker, researcher, I hope it contribute to a justice to be served and release the truth uh, about the Madeleine McCann. Let's pray for that. I'm going to put for you guys. Kylo, thank you for supporting, being here. Guys, here it is. So many times it's everywhere, all over computers. Let me just add the timestamp. More than 7 tarot decks we were using tonight. Here it is, guys. So let me just pull it for you. The timestamp. Intro and suspected. It will be added to justice will be served, guys. Yes, it's hashtag. Let's hashtag Kate. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, spread with your community, check up all the album Justice Will Be Served, and thank you in advance for supporting this channel. With the small links there, you have Buy the Coffee, coffee.com, and PayPal donation. Welcome supporting my orphans back in Asia. Kisses to all, and let's pray that this Madeleine McCann will. She deserved the justice, that she will get the justice while we are alive. Whoever was researching needs to literally have that proof of literally that was literally worth to research this case. Again, once more, this girl remind me of me, was born on the same day, having the same different eyes like me as well. I was lost at her age, exactly, on a holiday at the age of 3. It's interesting. So let's do pray that everything, that the real guilty people that I have mentioned will brought to a court. Peace and love, guys, and pray war not to be. Kisses to all.